So this is a whole series of these we're going to do, isn't it?
Yes.
Still can't look over my shoulder every time someone moves off, even though I know you are. So welcome to this video. We're going to be talking through some test areas of Kettering. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Now, of course, all test routes will come down this road.
This will be your way in and your way out.
Yep. And are we going to do pulling in and moving off, or
we
not
can
bother?
do if there's any areas that, like, I know a few areas in particular.
I got a good one. Yeah. Tricky ones.
Yes.
So, at the roundabout, we're taking the third exit right here off the Pytchley. If you're doing your test in Kettering, you're either going straight ahead or you're turning right. Now this roundabout is actually quite closed, isn't it?
Yeah,
you've got these wild flowers. You can't see anything that's coming around. You've got to be a little bit careful there. You don't really want your driving test to cost you £62. And all we've got is one roundabout, or not even one roundabout.
And you're going to be nervous at that point as well.
We need to get a mirror check there. I'm always looking for, because that's the first change.
Take my glasses off.
Yeah.
See.
So that national speed limit back there is the first opportunity the examiner's looking at. Do you check your mirrors centre and right before accelerating away? And if you miss that one, they're going to be over you like a rash every single time. If you get the first few in, I kind of think they slightly switch off a little bit.
Exactly.
They go, yeah, they check their mirrors, they're alright.
Don't get me wrong, they're not going to take their eye off the ball, but if you don't check it at first, they are going to be watching you like a hawk. Yeah.
What you don't want to do is give them any fuel.
Now, on these roads,
we want to make progress. What you're doing, isn't it, essentially, is showing you've got a variety of speeds. Don't just drive one speed all the way around. Going too slow on a country road really seems to irritate the examiners.
And I'm doing 50 at the moment.
Yeah, and you can stop in the distance. You can see, well, you want to ease off here, of course, because but you're showing you're reading the road, and you've got a variety of speeds appropriate, not just one speed that goes up. So really, it's quite a nice way to start your driving test, isn't it, really? There's nothing too taxing about it. Now here we go, coming into Pytchley.
This is really narrow coming through Pytchley, so you have to
it's tricky.
watch yourself.
So again, you've got the second chance to get that slowing up into a speed limit and get those mirror checks in. So you've done one up, one back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a mirror checker, we're okay. Now what I tell my students here is come off the gas, drop into second gear here, and just let gravity and engine braking take you from here on in all the way up to the junction, because this gets spirals tighter and tighter.
And if you meet, so like even like a Range Rover here is such
it's going to be on your side of the road, and you can have cars parked up there, or it could be I've met a horse on the corner around
exactly, I have.
Now, the left and right staggered junction here into Stringer's Lane.
Two things here. People either go over the curb or go out too wide onto the other side of the road.
Both of them are serious faults. So really, what we do here is get off the brake, let gravity take you around.
Just let it roll. I'm doing separate hazard routine now, checking my mirrors, signal, and
take your time. Take your time there.
Exactly.
The other thing as well about that, if you turn left and the car has to slow up, that's going straight ahead, you have stopped. So really, it's almost treated almost a little bit like a crossroad. You have to clear the junction before a car comes from the right.
Yes.
This is quite tricky. A lot of people come out too early here, and then you've committed yourself before you had to, and drive at that what-if speed.
Exactly.
Could you get back in here?
I can't really see. Very limited. And this is another, again, the hot spot for the mirrors.
Pull up on the left-hand side before the van. Give yourself a car space. Alright, so we've got the opportunity now to do a restricted view start. Okay, we'll drive on when you're ready. Will be the instruction. So the lifesavers left and right have been done there. Just creeping it out. Great stuff.
But as you're driving along as well, if you're, if we hadn't have stopped then, and you didn't check your mirrors before changing position as well, is another one where.
Yeah. So you've got to change the speed, and you got the mirror checks for the changes of direction as well. national speed limit sign is to think of it as end of the speed limit, not 60 from here.
Yeah.
That'll stop you sort of racing up to the 60, which they don't really want to see. So a little bit more restricted view, isn't it, this side? We're not quite doing the speed we did into Pytchley.
And the road surface isn't as great either. They have patched up these potholes here, but still, watch these curb lines as well. They're a bugger.
So once you've got Stringer's Hill out of the way at Pytchley, again, it's quite a nice little...
Yeah, I think
nice
the only
little
other thing you can come across on these sorts of roads is anything slow moving that you need to overtake, which can sometimes make people a bit nervous in making a safe decision on overtaking, like a cyclist or
a couple
tractors.
of cyclists and things, always a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah.
Now we go to the end of the road here, we're going to be turning left towards Allingbury.
Always cut the corner turning in here.
Yes. So that speed of approach in, slowing down for the give way and slow until you can go is really important. It's not just about showing other road users that you are going to be pulling up for the give way. It's the fact is we're doing defensive driving there. The fact is that people do cut the corner, which they do. You're presenting yourself to a road user that they can deal with you.
Yes.
In a safe manner. So we're kind of driving in a manner to allow for other people's mistakes, aren't we, really? It's what defensive driving is. Coming into 30 then. Into Allingbury. There's a house on the left here I think I might buy.
Reckon this one?
Yeah, this one here. What do you reckon? Is it big enough?
No.
No.
Probably pulling up on the left here as well.
Pulling up on the left here. Now, alternatives, we either go to Isham that way, but we're going to go around to...
We're staying
on this road. Now, be really careful around the green here, because anything bigger than the car will be kind of be in your side of the road. As you see there. And that's not even a big car, it's just a moderate car. So anything like a transit van, so you've got to be looking across the corner, being really careful. Now the other thing to remember, we're still in a 30-mile-an-hour limit. So this route is quite rural heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. For
the time being. Now this will be on sat-nav at this stage, because there's not really board signs to follow.
No,
you'll be following the sat-nav. So you can see it's very easy to go racing over 30 mile an hour.
Absolutely, downhill.
And again, you've got to be quite careful because you can't see that far around the corner. You can meet a bicycle, you can meet a horse.
There's no path.
There's no path, there can be pedestrians on there. Because it's not a very long distance, is it, from one village to the other? So it is reasonably foreseeable there could be people walking on the road. So we're coming into here. Blink and you miss it, national speed limit zone. Now that is, because it's quite slow and it feels slow, this is one where a motorbike will suddenly go for an overtake.
Yes, definitely.
So if you don't check what's behind you or a car, think, oh, it's a learner, they're going to dawdle. As you can see, you know, you're going to go with them. That mirror check is really important there. Coming into Little Harrowden. Did I say Little Doddington?
That's why he was confusing.
Well, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I do that quite a lot.
But in the end, I knew what you meant.
Yeah, I meant. Yeah, Doddington's that way. We're going to
We're going to take the first exit.
We're going to take the first exit, following the signs towards Kettering. If you come this way, that's where they really like to pull over the right hand side outside that pub.
Yes, that's it.
Up the hill there if you come from the other way. So first exit left, quite a closed roundabout here. Around we go.
This at school time is absolute hell.
Yes. Yes, if you've got the 8 or 9 o'clock test, it is full of people in a rush. And it's a bit of a rat one. It's a bit of a rat run, isn't it? They cut out the main road to get to Kettering as well. So people do come racing through with kind of sort of like, I can't be late for work on their mind, rather than with that triggered, rather than I'm going to drive safely. So, opportunity for meeting and passing and working with other road users coming the other way, or indeed even coming out. The school's just here, isn't it? Just down here somewhere, I think it is.
Just on the left, I think where that blue sign is.
So, today, the village has been quite tame.
It has, yeah.
But if you imagine cars coming through, working your way through, is it room for two, is there room for one?
And
there's quite a lot of judgment here.
I'm always planning for it. That my entire time through this, I've been planning where I would meet another oncoming car if it came.
Well, I teach you like stepping stones. Where can you get to there safe? Where's your next safe bit? So onto this road here, and it's only 40 miles an hour.
Yes, and it looks like you could go a lot.
Arguably you could go faster than 40 and still be safe.
But we have no path. But it says no path.
Yeah, it says pedestrians in the road. It's a perfectly good footpath. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So very easy.
Like now, yeah. This feels slow.
It feels slow.
It feels really slow.
So if you're not aware, you're going to drive at a speed that feels safe. You don't pick up on the speed limit.
And if you've got someone behind you putting pressure on you as well, that's another thing.
Now, end of this road, we're going to turn left and head towards Burton Latimer. This turns into a little slip road here. So in actual fact, you just roll it around and try and keep the car rolling and join the traffic as if it was going to a dual carriageway effectively.
Be quite busy this one.
You'll be very busy. Over there. You can come down there, you can just run it down, and hopefully someone will let you out. So really, you want to indicate left, and you want to indicate right. It says you're coming round to show you're coming across that lane. Now be careful around here, especially in the rush hour, because the traffic can back up.
Building up, yeah.
Because we're going to be taking the next right into Burton Latimer. You can see the. Now it'll be interesting here because at the moment there might not be road markings for the slip road
that's what I was just thinking.
So we're just going to treat it with caution. So you can see if you come racing around here, it's not the biggest slip road in the world. Cars can could back up into the road. So we're going to go in here. If you can imagine, there would be slip road markings there. There's a little bit on the end there, so we've got a little bit that kept undone. It's going very quick. National speed limit road. People come racing down here, don't they? They come off the back of quite a steep hill up the hill. So if in doubt, do now. Don't go until you know. Something like that. So that's the last bit of rural road.
This the bend at the end of this road as well always catches people out.
It certainly does. You have to show a little bit of caution here for this Hump bridge. So now the road sort of bottlenecks in, doesn't it, as shown by the sign, narrowing road. Now think, if anything, quite a lot of lorries come down here, there's quite a lot of warehousing. So imagine if an Arctic lorry came round, would you be able to stop and react in time around that corner? His thoughts have got to be going through your mind. Now, it's a left bend, but it's 90 degrees. It's kind of the wrong sign, isn't it? It should be like the right angle one with priority.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a bit more than just a bend in the road.
It is more than a slight left, isn't it?
Yeah. Now this road used to be 60 through here.
Yeah, there's too many.
They've dropped it.
Joining roads.
Yeah, and they dropped it down to now. Don't mistake this for national speed limit. Don't. What does that sign mean?
That's the end of restrictions for the lorries.
Yes. There's a weight limit on, isn't it? There's something like that on there. So it looks like a national speed limit sign.
It absolutely does.
It's a strange
it should be a different colour.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we're taking a second exit following the road. So without instruction, you wouldn't be having a signal, even though it's the last exit, even though it's past 12 o'clock, even all the usual old ones. So really, listen very carefully to what the examiner on the sat-nav says. If it says second exit, follow the road, you don't need an indicator onto
Another
the
place
roundabout.
they pull up on the left quite often is this bit here.
Is it? Never pulled up there. You're going to do it, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Because this is where they would say, just after the junction, I've had this a few times, pull up on the left, just after that junction.
Sat-nav off time.
Sat-nav off time, and it's hill start.
Yes.
Yeah. And also as well, that usually as well, the traffic's quite heavy on this bit here.
So the examiner would say something along the lines. It's quite important here because are we going to turn? There's two alternatives. Are we going to go into the town? We're going to go into the town,
We're going to
aren't
go
we?
into the town.
So
yes.
the instruction would be that is the end of the independent section. I will give you directions from now on. Just follow the road ahead at all times, unless any road markings or signs tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
Now that last bit is really important on this route, which we will come across later. So hold that thought.
Okay.
Now, when you're ready, drive on when you're ready.
Right. This BMW is definitely going.
Yeah. Any more cars coming there?
I would have gone.
We could just gone because you're blocking the road.
Exactly.
No. He's decided to do that.
Okay.
So he's decided to do that and hold that car up rather than just hold back for the sake of
yes.
a couple of seconds.
Ready to go. Maybe if I had L plates on it.
Now, here's a decision. You get two through there.
No, I'm going to this bit.
Yeah.
It was the first car was okay, but the
Yeah.
van I wasn't sure.
No. So if in doubt, hold it back.
Yeah.
Need a rhyme for that.
It is if in doubt, do now, isn't it?
It is if you in doubt, do now. Yes.
Yeah. I had someone fail on this road before because they followed a bus through.
Yeah.
And the bus pulled into a space that it had available, but
Yeah.
left them stranded without a space. So lesson learnt on that one as well. Make sure you're always driving to a space that you can see. Don't just follow. Don't be a sheep.
Don't do the car conga.
No.
So it's interesting judgment work here, isn't there? Whether it's
That's the thing with the villages. Like you do, it's very much you're meeting and passing.
depends
with-
what you mean. Also, what road position they've taken up.
Exactly. Yes.
They're being greedy. We're going to go first exit
First
left at the
exit.
roundabout. It's quite restricted, this one here. And because it's so restricted, and your tension's coming a bit too fast and all your tension's down there,
Yeah.
guess what you might miss? 20, 20, 20, 20.
When you take a back round and go, okay, now tell me, where's the 20s? Like, oh god.
Yeah.
And I don't come out of second gear because the minute you come out of second gear, the car wants to go faster.
Yeah. That's it. You can go third gear,
Absolutely.
20, but the car will race off to 20, 25 without you realising. If you go a mile over second gear, 20 miles an hour, the engine's kind of telling you, mate, you're over 20.
Yeah, you can hear the revs.
Same for 30 as well. Now, are we turning left?
Just after the traffic lights.
These ones here?
No.
Oh yes. Not Duke Street, don't go there. That'll be really daft. So, after the pedestrian crossing, we're turning left.
Bear in mind as well as we come in again, we've got the change of speed.
And a little parade of shops here where cars could be reversing out. You get buses come down this route, don't they?
Yes.
Head to the bus stop. And if you reverse out there, it's really quite awkward.
Yeah, it is.
So again, we're defensively driving in the manner that someone hasn't quite got it right. They can react to us. Now this is quite tricky, this little bend here, isn't it?
Yeah. And again, I have the plan ready if something was to come around the corner. So nothing's going to take me by surprise because I've already planned for it.
Now if there was loads of cars you've committed and then a car comes along, you wouldn't be faulted for that because you've done everything you could have done.
Exactly.
As long as you're going at the right speed to be
You can't
dealt with.
see round a bend, can you?
No. Hence the difference between right of way and it's a priority. Lots of learned to drive cars parked up for the weekend here, isn't there?
Yeah. Quite often down here as well, this is like a manoeuvre street, either pulling up on the right and reversing, or sometimes it's a bit busier today, but parallel parking, yeah. And when we get to the end of the road, that turn right, that road there, putting up on the left in a safe place is the bus stops, because they're not marked on the floor.
No.
So you need to recognise the bus stop sign.
There's just a lot of niggly things to trip you up, isn't there, on this route?
Especially when nerves are high as well.
Yeah. See that rampart there? It's like, now you see there, this is another reason why I'm approaching slowly and looking. That road opened and we got to the giveaway line, it shut up.
Yeah.
It closed because of the van. If you're coming nice and slowly looking in, you might be able to say, yeah, it's absolutely fine. Is it okay that way? And take it on the roll.
That's it.
I think they're going to give us, they're going to yield to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not, you did the waving, not me.
Thanks.
So, here we go. Where's that bus going to stop?
He's going to stop right in the way.
Is he going to let you go first?
Not sure. I'm not going to argue with him.
No, is that you got room? No, he hasn't given you room.
No, it's okay. I can wait.
So, if he'd gone for that, it could have been a bit of an on-pass.
I was, yeah,
with a
it's not
vehicle.
worth the risk.
No.
It's not worth the risk.
What earth has pooed on that bus? Canada geese is like, amazing. Right. So he could have easily held back and let us through there, couldn't he?
Good up, yeah. It's okay, I'm not in any rush.
We're in no rush.
So you see, like here, if they said pull up on the left in a safe place, you notice that bus stop right on the lamppost.
Yeah. Yeah. Now then, do you remember the follow the road ahead at all times unless road markings or signs tell you otherwise?
I am currently seeing otherwise.
Yes. So, you would not be told to turn, take the next right, because of the no entry. Now the other thing to bear in mind is that no entry route across there is not a give way line.
No, so yeah, exactly.
They see paint to me, oh, they're going to stop for me. Oh no, they're not.
So you could take this next left here.
Yep.
A lot of times pulling up on the right. Shall I carry on? Because again, that means passes.
Me that nasty corner.
Yeah, the nasty bend at the end. Those wind turbines always look so out of place there, don't they?
Don't they? Awkward little corner here. I would come in exercising extreme caution. If you hold it back then look across the wall, you can hold it back, can't get there. If you come racing around an meter car, you got potentially a little bit more stickier situation here. So end of the road, we're turning right.
This is the last of the meeting and passing roads, isn't it?
Yeah.
This one is can be.
This is lovely known as the padded seatbelt road.
Yes.
One of our first ever videos, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
What?
It's over a year ago.
2 years ago. Or a year ago.
No, it's a year ago.
Oh,
No, I've been TikToking a year.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Now this is really awkward here. We need to be using reflections, windows. If you can't see directly, we have to try and see indirectly. Now at the roundabout then we're going to be turning left.
Do you know what I often find here when I first bring people is they don't think of it as a roundabout. For some reason they don't see the sign and they think of it as a give way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think another thing of people is you have to be a little bit elbows out and go, I hope that it's slowing up going, I hope they're going to give way. Well,
yeah.
you still
They're
got
not
half a
going
road.
to,
You still
if
got half a road to get across. So if someone does pull in front of you, you can still stop in plenty of time in the roundabout. But it's all about being positive, and if you come out being positive, people will stop for you.
Exactly. Yes.
What's the speed limit down here? It looks like a country road.
It's not like country road, but there's still a 30.
Still 30. Somewhere up there in the trees there is street lights.
Yeah, there we go.
Now, look at this here. We're taking the second exit, follow the road. Planning board says straight up. So it's telling us, implying us to follow the road. Geographically, look where the junction's set off though. It's after 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So there the planning board is trying to
You'd expect
tell
it
us
to, be
to
there,
follow the road. Exactly, yeah. But basically, listen to what the examiner says. If he says second exit, follow the road, that's what he's expecting. Now this one here is second exit left, following the signs A14 west. So you have to pick it up here on the board. You see it's the left-hand side. Now, tricky roundabout here because both lanes will go past you.
And that can be very busy, that roundabout.
Yeah. You kind of need a blocker going into Burton Latimer. So you've got to be right on your game. And if you can't move
sure
off,
you're ready.
and if you can't move off swiftly, you're doomed.
Yeah.
You really are. Now, A14 west, first exit left. Oh, I recognise that. Oh no, I thought it was Fiona.
Whenever I see one of those, I think it's Fiona.
So, we're not going far, says the examiner. Telling us, just get on the road, don't bother overtaking. I think this is really... Just observation check there. So we're not going far.
We're not going far.
That's basically a coded way to say don't bother unless it's like a bicycle or something. Because we're only going half a mile, we're going to come off here.
What I'm always conscious of is anyone moving from lane 2 back into lane 1.
Yeah.
Because they do it. They do. It's so silly, but they do it.
So, take the next left off the dual carriageway.
This is where me and you have a difference in opinions on lane position, isn't it? Have you changed your ways?
I just go for the shortest queue now.
Okay. That's a valid point, I can accept that.
So I asked students to come on the right. What we're saying here is fourth exit right can be taken in both lanes. The planning board up the top there shows us that. So I hold it here because if you're slowing down saying undertakes you, it's not going to be good. Now here, for instance, there's two cars on the right. I'll be taking it from this lane.
Yes.
And a number of times I've had 10 cars stacked up, I've just gone down the inside and gone round and beaten them all.
I fear for myself in this lane. People cut this roundabout so quickly, don't they?
No, his fourth exit right was the instruction as well.
Yes. But I tend not to signal until I join the roundabout.
Do you not?
Because I don't want them to think that I'm moving across into that lane.
Okay. Now the thing is, on this lane, you've got to get ahead of cars coming around, either going down to Pytchley.
I'm really conscious now of that inside lane because they shoot across there.
Yeah. And I've had one come from right lane from Wellingborough to cut me across there. Yeah. But I've then had all sorts of things of people undercutting me coming on the inside.
This roundabout's just awful, isn't it?
It's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Second exit, follow the road. So we want to be looking if it's okay to do. Nothing wrong going second lane to second lane if you can't get across, of course.
Yes, just make sure you
just
stay in lane.
Just don't force yourself in. So this is like your last 5 minutes now of your driving test. This is when the nerves start building up again. You know, I've driven really well. You kind of know if you've driven well or not.
I think everyone always convinces themselves that they've failed at some point, which you shouldn't do.
Yeah. It's not your job to mark. You just paid £62 or something for that. We're taking the second exit, following the road back to Pytchley. We can't see. We can't go. Because that would not be a shield or a blocker, a car moving off. But they could accelerate you. Leave you exposed. Yeah. Okay. You ever go on a diet? McDonald's shop.
Oh yeah.
Quick, do a refit. Second exit, follow the road. That's a good time for a refit. Very good. And back. Might do another pull over here. I have done pull over the right hand side of the road manoeuvre here.
Yeah, had that a few times.
Now we have to exercise caution going around this corner.
I think that the left-hand side should be done with yellows.
I agree. Now again, another thing as well, if a lorry comes around with a trailer, he
Yes.
drags it onto your side. And here we are, back at the test centre. Jobs are good and pull up here. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, sounds fine.
So, that's the end of that test route. Also, what do we have to say? Well, we have to say, make sure you like and subscribe.
Yes.
Press notification. We're putting videos on
bell.
all the time. Press that bell. And hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.
Hope it was useful. If
Cool.
you've made it this far.
Yeah. All right. Videos off.
Videos.